to take a look at SPY. Very powerful, popular index traded amongst a lot of retail traders and serious investors. But I just wanted to get a good look at it myself and try to see if I could determine what's going on. Other than the normal, of course, it's trending, of course, and going upwards. If you've tuned into this video, you're probably going to want to hang around because you're going to see some stuff I'm pretty sure that you weren't aware that was taking place with SPY. So I'm just going to start off by taking a look at where we are and how we got there. Okay, it's why I'm boxing this whole entire section off. Just kind of like put red tape around it. But anyway, just looking at the impulse that starts here. We're going to do some typical A to B is equal to CD type stuff just to start, because that's exactly where we are. I'll kind of give you guys a hint. Yeah, that's where we are. So with A and B being equal to C and D, and if A and B are an equal, I'm sorry, if there's an equal measure move, meaning A and B is equal to C and D, and I just clone A and B and put them on C, first thing you'll notice is, oh my, that's kind of scary, because if I just go ahead and line it off at D, you'll see that this A to B is equal to CD pattern has actually been completed. Let me just go ahead and put the D on there. And, for some things, that's good news. And some things that can be considered bad news, like a boogeyman, because the A to B is equal to CD pattern is a counter trend trading pattern in which typically there would be price exhaustion at D coming back down the previous structure, which would be B, or a 382 retracement on such a powerful trending asset like this one. So if that were to happen as I suggested, it'll be actually 50% back to the structure at B. It will be 50% and not 382. There's nothing to suggest that it can't, right? But here's the structure. If it wanted to fall back down into where there's structure, that's a 50% retracement from the C to D leg. And again, this has been exhausted. It does not mean that's going to happen. You got to slow down. Okay. Also, let me just put a quick little disclaimer on here. The Harmonic Trading Club does not provide trade signals or trade advice or advise a trader what to do with their capital. These videos are simply made for educational and entertainment purposes only. As always, consult professional investor or your financial institute for all your trading and investing advice. So that out the way, we see that going back to December, price has not been able to violate or break and close above, basically 609. It's been as high as 610, maybe 611, but you can see it with your own eyes. And that's going back to December, early December, and we're pushing mid-February. We're the 15th. We're mid-February now. So several attempts at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts at that price were on a weekly chart. And so far, no success. And if we look at the RSI, which is basically a speed indicator, telling you the speed of the transactions, it's obvious that they were going to slow down because, of course, people see what's happening up there, and buyers might be a little bit skeptical as they start to reach this ceiling, basically. But I want to jump back and just show you guys something else. Just because that appears to be a ceiling doesn't mean that it can't be broken or violated. And the reason that I'm saying that is because looking at this thing, looking at it, it is still, I'm just going to use one of TradingView's tools to help you determine that's still a trend. Regardless, regardless, this thing is still in trend. Could a reaction happen where price action is right now? Yes. Can that be violated? And could price action find a way to finally break up out and close beyond that area? It's possible. It's just what has to happen now is things just have to slow down as it until there's enough buildup, which I believe is going to happen. I believe that this trend is going to continue. The rollover is possible. It doesn't mean that it's imminent. But you would have basically a whole lot of volume building up in here to kind of get that through there. Okay. Now let's just jump back. Let's come out a little bit and try to take a look at what's been going on since this stuff started happening. So I'm on the week. I just want to jump back to the day real quick, maybe even a little bit closer. Maybe I'll come into the 4 hour. And like I said, I was going to talk about some things that I'm pretty aware of that I'm not sure many others are. And that's that when it got to this level, how harmonic this thing, it just went harmonic crazy. And it kind of starts with this big picture here. So if I just grab our cipher pattern tool, and if I just come from this wick here up to this high and come back down here and come up to this wick here and come down here. Do I have 786? Probably on a dot. 785, I'll leave it there. That's close enough. So fires off a cipher pattern. So this is something I want to talk about the retail traders, because I am in a couple of Discord groups and I just see them jumping in and out and in and out. Sorry, I got to preach for a second, guys. And trying to scalp this thing. And it's okay. Maybe some of them are doing well. Maybe some of them are not. Okay. My suggestion, and in my opinion, is to allow your patterns to form and trade your pattern, because it's going to give you the best risk versus reward. And in cases of cipher, it's going to give you the highest probability. I mean, this is the top dog, my understanding. Now, Gartley's up there too, with around a 70% completion or win rate, according to the founder of it. And the back testing, I've done a lot. I love the cipher pattern. It's still my favorite pattern. The founders, Trade Empowered, they kind of have a statistical win rate suggestion right around 70% as well. So cipher is very, very powerful. But I'm not done. There's a lot going on here. You guys just can't see it yet until I draw it out. And I'm going to talk about what to potentially expect for, some plays next week. But yeah. What's so good about this, like I said, instead of all that jumping around, because like I said, I'm in some discourse and I see educators and gurus and things like that. And they got these traders, these retail traders all over the place. In, out, get in, out, get in, out, and trying to trade this thing on the 1 minute chart. It just doesn't make any sense. Just come through the academy and go through the cipher class, go through all the classes, all the courses. They are free. And just learn how to do it so that you can just be prepared to enter SPY the next time it does something like that. And that would have been, enter SPY at 576, 576, and just ride the thing up, because you'll have the ability to do so, especially when you're in an uptrend. This is giving the trader the ability to get involved in bullish action and use a counter trend technique while doing so. I don't think the average person understands how powerful that is, because usually you get your harmonic patterns inside of sideways movement or consolidation. You happen to catch cipher here inside of a bullish trend, okay, which is ideal. That's when you really want to catch them. It's just kind of rare sometimes if you're just looking at price actions. Really, the harmonic patterns are just, a little bit hard. Like, if you tried to see something here, you just can't, maybe that A to B is equal to CD pullover. But anyway, if I can finally get to the point that I'm trying to get to and stop running my mouth so much, I really wanted to show you, just by taking the long short tool, that if a trader had entered cipher at the 786, I mean, that's a pretty, now I'm not suggesting that he would have traded it all the way to the top. Maybe so, depending on how good he is with his trade management. But this is what the opportunity would have looked like. That's the trade that the trader should have been in on January 13th and exiting on January 24th. So a 2-week run, especially if you had a 2-week option, that would have been amazing. Okay. I haven't been trading SPY. I'm probably going to have to keep my eye on it after this video. But moving on. And I'm just going to have to drop in a little bit closer. So that's one. Like I said, this thing kind of went like harmonic crazy. And then the next thing that is here is an advanced, beautiful, advanced crab pattern up here. Amazing, amazing. Okay. And then for traders who understand long and short, going both directions, puts and calls for the option traders, that would have been a very, very good put option right there. I'll make that a little bit fatter, a little bit harder to see that. Good put option right there. So like I said, we just want to move on a little bit and just talk about how, again, this thing just started going harmonic crazy. Let me see if there was one more. There looks like there might have been another one right here. I would need to validate it to see who he was. I don't think I have what I want, though. I want to see if we have shark there. We don't have shark there. There would have been a cipher there. There would have been another cipher, but it would have stopped the traders out. Not good on that one. So this one coming in here, this would have been cipher, but unfortunately, it would have stopped the traders out. So it would have been a failed cipher because of that price action that came down here, but still a harmonic pattern. Rare fail for a cipher too, by the way. And is there one more in there? I think there was one more. Yeah, there is one more. So this cipher is combined with ciphers right here is combined with Gartley right here. Coming down, come up 618. Yeah, that's 66, and then come here and then 127. So it's crazy how you have those on top of each other. Like I said, this thing started going harmonic crazy. What else? There's more than that going on here. And like I said, this is the reason that I think I probably need to start keeping an eye on this thing, acting like this. Not done yet. It is not done yet. So looking at the price action coming down here and this very deep retracement, this is 786. That's going to send us into butterfly territory. So all I need to do, I don't need to do the rest of the rules of engagement. I can already see from the swing high to swing low impulse here that this is way more than a 786. It's probably 80% or something like that. Come down here, C leg is fine. So all I would need is the D leg, and I use a 127 inversion of this leg here. And I use a 127 inversion, and it's right there. So then even with all this stuff that's going on here, this thing still wants to come and butterfly, which if that does happen, what do you notice? Tops, 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 tops. If this thing continues to react like it is reacting right now, it's going to use this butterfly to get out of this madness. And the way that butterfly reacts, because especially you also have A to B is equal to C D action principles, like I talked about to get us into all of this madness. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Gotta love harmonic patterns. If you don't incorporate anything else into your strategy, just understand them. You don't have to use them. Why you wouldn't? I wouldn't. That would shock me. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is simply amazing. And then I'm not so sure about this, but I think it's probable. I think that we found a way in which next week, early next week, that SPY can finally break out of that. Now here's the treat for the short-term traders. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this box. Here's the treat for the short-term traders. A short-term trader or a scalper, right? Because we're not done yet. A short-term trader or a scalper might be saying, well, if you're telling me that we can get at least up to here, then I want a piece of that action, right? And that could be profitable, right? Right? Look at this. Let me turn the magnet off. Let's say that was the target. You're like, okay, well, if you're suggesting, I'm not telling anyone what to do, I'm suggesting what might be possible, right? That you could be involved in a 8-to-1 to get there. Their question would be, how is that even possible, right? Trey, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing? Very simple. I would simply come drop all the way into almost real time to the 5-minute chart. Remember, I said this ain't over. And then the trader's like, okay, well, I need a way in. While I'm still running my mouth, of course, these things are going to continue to pop up. I don't think this one's valid. No, it's not. No, it's not. That would have been crazy if there was another cipher in there. Okay. Anyway, but there is one on this end here. So grabbing cipher once more and start from this wick here and coming up here, making sure that B is valid at 382. It's 389. Coming up here, right? That's kind of tough, right? Well, I can tell now we're not going to be dealing with cipher. We're going to be dealing with his big brother, the shark. And if you want more information on shark, go look at the identifying and trading the shark video that I did earlier today. But for the sake of where we are right now, I will run through the rules of engagement so you guys can see that we're right on track. So from where we are, identifying this impulse here that starts from this wick and coming up to these little wicks up here, and knowing that it must touch the 382 retracement of this is X, this is A. You see, you come down and you wick and you get 382. Very tight, but for some reason, he just wanted 382, right? Or wrong, right? He just wanted 382. He could have drawn down as far as 618 and stuff like that, but he didn't. Okay. That's giving it a valid... That's an impulse. X, get it together, man. X to A, and that's going to give it a valid B leg, right? It's going to give it a valid B leg. Then just wondering what's going on up here. And remember I said that you need to at least touch the 1414 extension of X to A. You can go as high as 1618, but cannot close beyond it. So let's see if that's valid. Let's see if I'm lying. So starting from X and then coming up to A and then coming back and just saying, we want to know if we met the requirement by hitting the 1414 and we could go as high as 1618. So we notice that from X to A, we hit the 1414. We could go as high as 1618. But did not close beyond it. And for some reason, probably want to just start asking yourself, why did it just want that? And that's it, and it rolled over. Okay, fair enough. The next question would be, okay, that's a valid C leg. C leg is valid. All right, round of applause. Beautiful stuff. C leg is valid. Get rid of the circle. And then where's D? Okay, D is a 127 inversion of C to X. So using the extension tool to run the inversion and starting from C, and coming to X and coming back and remembering that we only want 127. So coming in here and getting 127 for the inversion to let us know that that's where the D leg completion is. Okay. Now remember, just in case price action is flying down there too fast, you're going to have to be a little careful. So let's start off by grabbing the cipher tool and put his body on. X to A to B, B to C, way up here, and then coming down here. All right, D. All right, so knowing that if for the trader who wants that opportunity, it's going to be hard to get up there, that this is the luck that he needs this luck of the draw. He needs this shark action to work his way down to get him, to put him in so that he has not only a high probable trade opportunity to get in down there. I know this is madness, people, but hey, you know, I didn't make this stuff up. If he wants to get up there, then this is what he has to go through to get it. But could you just imagine if that works out like that? First of all, I'd be like the smartest guy in the world. I should be the richest. I'm not there yet, but for that shark to come down there, fill, and then again, like I said, he could get long at that point. He could get long at that point at 127. But remember what I told you. You would have to allow him to slow down, and you'd have to allow him to slow down and then let him, because it's probably going to be a little choppy, right? He's probably going to come flying down, doing some other stuff, doing all kind of stuff, doing all kind of stuff, doing all kind of stuff until he comes back. And then at that point, when he comes back, that's when you'll be looking to enter. I can tell you, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen like that. A little bit of chop. He's got to slow down. RSI should be oversold at that point. Not yet, but you see price action. It's right in the middle. But RSI should be oversold at that point. It'll slow down, and you'll take whatever that is. If it happens like this, right? If I'm really Nostradamus, right? Whatever that price action is, you're going to take that price, and then you're just going to drop an ATR based stop off of it. And that's probably going to look like that, okay? The ATR based stop is going to look like that. I'll just change his color because he's going to be a stop loss. And if this all happens, this is all hypothetical, okay? I know I'm reaching into the future, but we're just having some fun here. And we're still able to educate on all these different things. We've already done A to B is equal to CD. We're doing Shark here. What was that red guy? We got just right here. We got Shark. We got Butterfly, we got Gartley, we got Cipher, and we got a Crab and the Green Cipher. So all of that harmonic activity to still jump down inside of that little baby area. And if price action just falls back a little bit, it's currently at 609. All you really need is 608. You only need $1, maybe $2. 608, yeah, you only need $1. Right? That's not a lot of movement. I know it looks like it's a long drop down. It's $1. And this thing usually swings $10 in one direction or the other. So speaking of that $10 one direction or the other, if you're able to get in at 608 and you get to 615, how much is that? $7? Right up in the range, right? So that's my outlook right now. We need the rest of this stuff to happen before we really know a little bit more. There is an opportunity for this to break out and continue. Now I'm going to come back to break out and continue that bullish trend that we started off with. But you see how much harmonic activity started happening there at the top of it, not down here where you're talking just straight lines. But when that thing started slowing down, it went harmonic crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown of SPY. To be honest with you, in my opinion, that's pretty much as far as you can go because you need some other things to happen before you can start to project further. The only thing we know for right now is that trend is still live. This trend is still live. That's the only thing that anybody should be telling you, is where it has not reversed. There is no correction yet. None of that stuff has happened. So be careful who you listen to. All right. Trade what you see. All right. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video. If you work around a group of people who like to trade SPY every day, and show them what you came up with. Show them what's on the table. Show them that they really just need to relax, fall back a little bit, and allow these patterns to fill and complete and trade those. There's not a loser in here. All right. It's the Harmonic Trading Club. You guys be safe in the market, and I'll see you on the next video.